Philly drill beats are everywhere right now, from viral TikTok videos to major artists like Youngboy jumping on the trend. But how are producers making these beats and what sets them apart from regular drill? Well, in this video, I'll be showing you the exact techniques, patterns and sounds you need to make them from scratch for artists such as Skrilla. So by the end of the video, you'll be able to make them too. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so Philly drill beats are different to regular drill beats in a lot of ways. Instead of using fast snare patterns and tons of energy, it's more about the texture and ambience you create. So the melody is usually pretty minimal and very dark sounding, and the drums are minimal too because it's more about the percussion and sound selection. For the BPM, you could use something around 160. So it seems like it's fast, but it works because the drums are really spacious. Right now, we're just going to focus on creating an ambient sound. Let's go to my Sonic Soup Bank in Analog Lab, and I have this ascending preset which could work. I usually start in C minor when I'm making melodies just because I know the scale, but we could change it after. All I'm going to do here is create some tension by using two notes together, just G and A flat or G sharp. Let's drag this out. Well, let's pitch it up first, and then in the second half, we'll just get rid of the top note. But instead of playing it up there, let's add halftime. We'll make it sound a bit more full. I'm liking that. Let's find something to layer that with. Let's copy the MIDI in. Let's try Aquarius. This one sounds crazy. Let's do the same process in there though. Maybe with this one we could pitch it up an octave. We'll take some low end out the first one. Then in the second one, I think a bit of high end. There we go. So all you need is a really simple foundation like that, and then we can keep adding texture to it. One thing I like to do is add layerizer, and then we could add one of the presets like new layer. This is giving us a whole new layer to work with. We've got it pitched up too, we're time stretching it, and then we're adding some grains and reverb. But I want to blend this one back in, so I'm going to record this. We'll drag it into the playlist. So now we've got the pad, the strings, and the layerizer layer. And all three sound like this. Just add some cool texture. Philly drill beats, don't overdo it with the melody and have a lot of different counter melodies playing. I'd say just have some pads, textures, and maybe one main counter melody. So I want to keep building on this. I pulled up Code Producer on the master. Gonna let it listen to what we've got so far. We'll set the key, which is C minor, or it could auto detect. Now we can type in something like dark synth texture. Code Producer is going to listen to what we've made so far, then give us recommendations based off that fit harmonically and rhythmically. See what I'm saying? Instantly we could take something like this. Let's see what else they've got. Ooh, maybe this one. Yeah, just some weird texture like this. It's just going to add to that eerie atmosphere. Let's just drag this in, and it's already going to be BPM synced. Let's keep going though. I think we could find something else. What about some subtle dark vocals? Maybe dark vocal atmosphere. Ooh, even this first one sounded crazy. We could use this. Let's see what the others are like though. Maybe this one. Ooh, actually, I think something simpler like this. Yeah, let's drag this in. Then maybe we could have something different the second time around. So if we click show similar, it's going to give us a whole list of similar sounds. So it'll be easier to find something that matches it. Ooh, wait, maybe this. Yeah, this sounds hard. It's not even what I was looking for, but that's the beauty of co-producer, man. You just find stuff that works so well. We can blend that in now. Just sounds like another textured layer. This one as well. That sounded like that first one. Just don't want it repeating all the way through, so maybe we bring this in here. I'm gonna let co-producer listen to it again, because sometimes I don't even like to type anything in. I just want to see what co-producer recommends to me. So we'll leave this blank and click find samples. And I sort of like that surprise of finding something that you wouldn't expect or you weren't thinking of. Maybe this one. It's recommending a lot of bass sounds, which is telling me we might have enough of the main one, apart from the violin I need to add. But I really like that, so let's drag this in. Even if I don't use that all the way through, I could add it somewhere. So I'm just stacking up different textures to create that eerie sound. And Output have sponsored this video, so a huge shout out to them once again. They've been one of my long-term sponsors for a while now, and they make some of the best producer products. So if you want to check out Co-Producer at any time, I'll leave a link in the description so you can try it for 7 days completely free and get 50% off your first paid month. Let's pitch everything up 3 semitones. Yeah, this is the type of vibe you need. Now we can get this counter melody in. But before we do that, I'm just going to add a piano bass note. See how it just changes the vibe, makes it sound more full. Yeah, so I just made a tiny change. Now we can pitch the second one up an octave. There we go. Sounding crazy. And because the violin goes up an octave, I'm also going to do the same with the vocal. Just so we've got this higher energy part. With the melody, we've got more than enough now. I might not even keep all of these layers, or just have them all playing in the hook, or make it a lot simpler in the verse. Now let's get some drums in. For the snare, I'm going to go to my Magma drum kit, which is in Pyroverse. And we're going to use the bit snare. Skip this one. Before I add the 8-weight, I just want to find a lot of percussion. Something like this. Definitely a zap. You can get a triangle, that tambourine, and this Philly perk, and then mix that in with some of our own. Maybe that. We'll grab a rim too. You just want each bit of percussion to have its own space and create that bounce. Even that, you know. Let's repeat this. Tambourine in as well. I think one of these perk repeats too. Yeah, that was perfect. Oh, this chains one. I used to use this a lot. Definitely got a good bounce of the perk. So let's get the 8-weight in. I like to use the J spins. It just knocks way harder than the original. More interesting too. All I do is boost it up a bit and increase it out, then set it to cut itself. Repeat that the second 10 rounds. I might just bring this last one down for now. You don't have to do this, but I like to join these patterns with Control and G and then switch up the 8-weight the second time around. Maybe even add a second sound in. For the filler notes, I like to go to the Sacred Trap Suite and use this overtone one. But we'll just introduce this after the first 8 bars. Maybe just the 2. In the second half, we'll bring this one up. We'll add a few more notes in this section. Maybe bring this up. Bring this one up, like a slide note. I think we could roll this one as well. Roll them up. The end of the 16 sounds crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that might be too much for a Philly drill beat, but when we arrange it, we'll make space for everything. So let's split the drums. We'll copy this out. In the intro, we could get rid of the 8-weight. Just have the percussion playing like this. Where all the sounds are, this can be the hook. I'm gonna get rid of one perk to let that second 808 breathe. And then when the verse comes in, I think we get rid of the violin for a bit. Just have it all about the texture. Yeah, now we're just saving loads of space. In the intro, I'm gonna bring the whole violin down. And then I think for the bridge, we could just copy this section over. The only other thing you might want to do is adjust the velocity of some of the perks. So you could have some coming down like that, so it sounds like it's fading out, or you could fade some in like this. Then we could bring this one down about here. And I think that should be it. So let's hear it from the beginning. It's got that dark atmosphere straight away. This was sounding wild. Second 808 too. At the end of the 16 bar, sounding insane. Now there's way more space without the violin. So could even have a beat just like this without the violin. I hope you guys are feeling this one. If you want to check out Co-Producer, the link will be in the description. Or for more videos just like it, then click up here.